What's up guys, macadii here, and today we guys a brand new team building video. What we're going to be doing is having a go at building a team around Mixed Thundurus, which is a really interesting set. I was suggested by one of my subscribers, and I think it could be quite a fun set to use. So if you guys are excited, don't forget to leave a like down below. I would really appreciate it. So this guy is a Mixed Thundurus set with Thunderbolt, Knockoff, Superpower, and Hidden Power Ice. So he's designed to pretend to be like the typical set with, you know, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ice, and normally some sort of coverage move if I remember rightly, but I've decided, no, Thunder Wave is normally what it runs, but I've decided I'm going to go for a slightly alternative set. So this guy is designed to bait in things like Chansey and Blissey, knock off their items, and then Superpower does so much of them that it's just not funny. The Thunderbolt still gives us really great electric stab, and the Hidden Power Ice allows us to hit ground types like Landorus, Hippowdon, all of that good stuff. Pretty hard, you know, with that super effective coverage. So it should be a really interesting set to try out, and I'm excited to give it a go. It's caught me off guard quite a few times before, so hopefully it should be putting in the work from there. So I've been having a think about a Pokemon that could work really well, and I've got an idea for one that could be pretty spooky when you pair it with Thundurus, and that is Kyurem-Black. So Kyurem-Black is a particular favourite to mine, especially the Life Orb set. So I really like the Life Orb set with Ice Beam, Earth Power, Fusion Bolt, and then finally they recommend Roost. I'm tempted to go for Roost here. The other option we could go for is something like Iron Head, which allow us to take on Clefables and stuff like that. But we'll just see how the team develops. We can always change that up if needs be. But Roost is a really nice way. It also means then it's much easier to deal with Chanseys and stuff like that, because Chansey actually can wall us to a certain extent, especially with the lack of attack investment. But once you knock off that Eviolite, it definitely can't wall us. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm excited to give this guy a go from there. So in terms of a physical wall core, we've got a great offensive wall core. It checks things like Mega Venusaur as well, I forgot to add. You know, bulky grass types and things like that Thundurus can't actually break. You know, also things like Hippowdon, where Hidden Power Ice might not be enough to reliably kill it. We can then have Kyurem-Black here fire off those ice beams and just absolutely nuke them. So as a pairing, it works really well. This guy also gives me a great check to Heatran with that Earth Power. So overall, they've just got great sort of wall-breaking offensive synergy within themselves. So I've been having a think of a wall core, and I think a Pokemon that could work really well is Slowbro. I don't use it too often, I must admit, but a Slowbro could be a good way to go from here. I think the typical sort of defensive set gives me some speed control. I don't particularly like Calm Mind. I would personally prefer Thunder Wave on this guy, because I do like some speed control on my team, especially when I've got so many prominent offensive threats. But it could be really nice. We've got Scald, Slack Off, Psyshock, which stops me being set up on things like Calm Mind, Keldeo, and stuff like that. It gives me a reliable, sort of semi-reliable switch into Keldeo as well. I can take that on, and with Regenerator, just gets so much HP back. It's just a really nice wall for, especially when it pairs with Kyurem, because Kyurem's weak to mainly Dragon Stab, fighting moves, and steel moves. Slowbro can switch in reliably into almost all of those, especially, you know, mainly on the physical side with the dragon moves, but we can always sort of patch that up from there. Slowbro does worry a bit about things like status and stuff like that, so that's something I do need to watch out for. So I need to try and find a way to be able to check stuff like, you know, Toxic on Heatrans and things like that. So one way we could go is we could go Clefable. Clefable could work quite well. My only worry is we are a little bit then a little bit weak to things like you know, Mega Scissors and stuff like that, which I'm not too sure how I feel about that. So maybe that's not the best way to go. Let's have a look and see actually what do they say about Magikarp. Clefable is a good partner, so we could go Clefable. Let's see. So Choice Scarf, T-Tar, and Sizzle. So we could go Mega Sizzle with Clefable, so we could go Clefable and Mega Sizzle. That would give us a really nice Dragon Steel Fairy Core. Mega Sizzle. So we want a Magic Guard set with Clefable. We don't need any yellow magic this time, so we can go for the typical Calm Mind set with Flamethrower, because that gives me, as I said, a really good check to opposing Scissors. So I can go for Calm Mind on, not Calm Mind, Flamethrower on this guy. So I don't need that anymore. Oh, do we need? We do need Stealth Rocks. Let's have a think. How do we want to try and deal with that? So we go Moonblast off board. We might have to go Stealth Rock. Don't particularly like that. Let's see. Actually, we can go for this set. We just forego Calm Mind. Okay, that sounds better to me. So we go for that, and then get rid of the Thunder Wave. We go for Fire Blast with Soft Boiled. Okay, that's nice. And we've got, yeah, that's a pretty decent wall call that we've got. Then I want my Mega Sizzle. I want a sort of bulky Swords Dance Mega Sizzle, I think is our best way to go. This sort of set, Swords Dance, Roost, Bullet Punch, and U-Turn. Gives me a bit of Volt Turn, you know, if they want to switch out into their Volcanion or something like that, I can U-Turn out, go into either Kyurem or just blast them back with a Thundurus. So that's pretty cool. And it gives me a very, very nice bulky core to try and work around, which is pretty cool, especially with that Roost and stuff like that, Clefable to absorb status. So in terms of things that we're weak to, I'm currently relatively weak to Megazard X. If that tries to set up on me with Dragon Dance, I'm in a spot of bother. The other problem I can potentially see, I guess actually Kyurem can switch into Mega Manetric, so that's not the worst thing in the world. It's just it's a little bit, it's not particularly ideal. Clefable actually I'm pretty sure checks Thundurus as well, so that's not, checks Mega Manetric, so that's not too bad. So the options we got, we could go for a Scarf Landorus T, which could fit the team relatively well. Let's have a look. That's probably our best bet. Let's have a look at Charizard X, because Charizard X is currently the most prominent thing on my mind right now. Let's have a look at checks and counters, because we do need to have something to be able to check Megazard X, because it's a very, very spooky mon. Let's see. Let's see. Special defensive talent. No, this is for Y. Okay, I think we are going to go Scarf Landorus T. I think Landorus T might be our best way, because that gives me a great check to it. I can switch into it if needs be with Choice Scarf. Gives me a Choice Scarf U-Turn, which is really, really nice. So U-Turn, Earthquake, Knock Off, and Stone Edge. With max HP, max attack, max speed with a Jolly Nature to get that absolute maximum speed. And I'm actually going to be cheeky, and I'm going to put 30 in IVs there. So what that means is basically if it's an opposing Choice Scarf Landorus T and it's my Lando T versus his, I can U-turn out and I get the slower U-turn on from him. So that's pretty sweet. So I think that's going to be the team for the time being. It might, my worry is I do have a decent amount of bulk, but fast, powerful electric types could give my team a little bit of problems. But let me know, guys, if there's any ways you think I could improve that. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you guys at the next one. Macadii out.